Have you ever wondered what parenting might look like in the age of AI? Parenting in the digital world is challenging enough. But what if AI could actually empower you as a parent? Imagine being able to shape the stories your kids read. Being able to control not just the content, but the values, the lessons, and the imagination. Imagine turning your own ideas, your own research, or even life lessons into stories that any type of audience, kids, adults, students, could actually read and enjoy. That's the promise of AI in storytelling. Today, we're diving into one of Google's newest experiments, Gemini Storybook. Welcome back to Prompt and Chips, everyone. My name is Temi, and in this video, we're going to be reviewing the Gemini Storybook feature. Now, Google has long been a tech giant in the internet age, and in this new age of AI, they're making it clear that they have come to dominate. So from productivity tools to creative tools, Google is rolling out several AI-powered products you probably never thought you'd need. Among those tools is the Gemini Storybook feature, and today we're going to explore how it works, what you can do with it, and whether it actually lives up to the eye. So what exactly is Gemini Storybook? It is a feature built inside Gemini AI that lets you create fully illustrated stories just by typing in your prompts. You give it an idea and it's going to act as your co-writer as well as your illustrator by generating text and visuals for you side by side. The real question is Gemini Storybook a tool you can actually rely on for effective storytelling? Or is it just another playful AI experiment? Let's find out. If this kind of content gets you curious and you are into discovering useful AI tools, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. In return, I promise to keep showing up with the latest AI tools, AI trends, and smart ways in which you can stay safe on the internet. Since Gemini Storybook is built right into Gemini AI, accessing it is super easy. All you need is your Google credential and you can sign in. I will drop this link in the video description so that you can try it out yourself. So simply click the Start Your Story. And if you're already signed into any of your Google accounts, you do not need to do anything again. As you can see, this is my Google account. One important thing to mention here is that Storybook is currently an experiment, which means that you can help the creator, or if this was created by Google, you can help them make it better by giving them feedback and everything. Also to mention, this is currently referred to as a gem in Gemini. When you think of a gem, think of it as the GPTs in ChatGPT, where you have various AI tools created by different people or even by Gemini itself. You can as well create a gem yourself. So simply go to Explore Gems and you will see other gems available as well. And I think this is loading. Okay, so that took a while. So you can see the Storybook, Chess Champ, Brainstormer. These are the various gems available. Of course, you can also expand it, or you can create your own new gem, give it a name, pass the instruction. And if you have a file where you want it to read from to infer as a knowledge source, you can also upload it. This is something that you actually need. All low code, and you have your own AI tool. So go back quickly to Storybook. Storybook interface is pretty simple. All is waiting for right now is your prompt. So you have various sample prompts that you can try out here. This is also kind of like giving you clue on what you can do with this tool. So one says, my 7-year-old doesn't want to sleep. This is a photo of my college roommate. We're going to quickly try out one of these prompts. We're not going to write any new prompt, so just try out one of it, and I will use the first one. This should take about 1 to 2 minutes to actually generate. Yeah, and we have our story generated already. My Google name account is Temitope Grace, and as you can see, it has put my name right on the cover as the author. So this is by Temitope Grace, Amelia and the Mug Namai. Using Namai or Nami now. So this is the cover, well designed. You can go to the next page and you can see a nice story. We have the text, we have the illustration. This is the most amazing part here, or the amazing part here is that this is fast. This took about less than 2 minutes, basically. I think it was over 1 minute because I had to pause the video. And now we have our story. We have our story, 10 pages. Now let's talk about some of the key features. Of course, the obvious one here is the converting your prompt to fully illustrated stories in 1 to 2 minutes. Another cool thing is that you're not locked into one tone. You can choose different styles. You can move from adventure to fairy tale to even educational storytelling just by writing prompts. And while you cannot make direct edits into stories that have been generated, you can write another prompt to regenerate if you're not satisfied with anything at all. You could say, change the story, change this, change that, change the image, change the text here. You could even give it a proper script and it's going to do that. And if you come to this side quickly, you can see what has been generated. I could go full screen to read this. Of course, for some reasons, the full screen, I could still see some things in the background, still some distractions in the background. And if I exit this full screen, the primary purpose of generating stories is not for you to just be the consumer. You want to share with people. So we have this share button here. When you click on it, it basically generates a link, or you can share directly on any of those platforms. Copy this link and share it with people. When they paste it, they're able to access the public canvas. And not only that, if you don't want to share a link and you want to print the story directly, you could click on this print. This one takes at least 1 minute. And now I'm being prompted to save as PDF. Currently loading the preview, but it's not really essential for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Yeah, so you can put in any name you want. So save as yeah. Now that we've done that, this has taken us back to this page again, and the coolest feature here is the listen. You can choose to play this and it's going to read it out for you.
The enchantment of the forgotten chalices. In a realm not so far yet.
You can also pause it. Let me mention this. I didn't click the next page. I didn't click on anything here. That happens automatically. So when you click the listen, it's able to go from cover to the end. You don't have to do anything. And not only that, you can also change the voice. So right now, this is called a lower pitched voice. You can change it to a higher pitched voice. So let's play.
In a realm not so far, yet hidden from the hurried world, lived a young scholar named Alara. Her mind was a vibrant tapestry of thoughts and dreams.
We can easily overlook a number of things here because, it says higher pitched. And what has happened is that I'm hearing the voice of a female. The lower pitched is like the voice of a male. Well, it's an experiment, so we can easily overlook that. We can also start from
the
beginning.
Enchantment of the forgotten chalices. In a realm not so far, yet hidden from the hurried world, lived a young scholar named Alara. Her mind was a vibrant tapestry of thoughts and dreams.
I am almost tempted to just listen to everything. I do like that voice, actually. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. These are the things you can do. And not to forget, you can also write stories in your own language. You can write stories in your own language, and it's also able to read it out, but not in all languages right now. So one limitation to note, I don't know if you've observed it, by the time we keep moving from pages to pages, you realize that this illustration keeps changing. I don't think the person here is the same as this person, okay, maybe the same. There is inconsistency, and this is something that is pretty common with AI generated art. It is not fully consistent right now. Okay, but this is good. What if we actually say it should rewrite this story with our own image? How well will it perform? Let's see. I'm going to upload an image. So yeah, and then I say rewrite this story with the with the image of the main character as they attached, and let's see how well it performs. Okay, so it's now able to do that. Google did mention that you can do this, but I was not able to do this. I've tried this before as well. Maybe this is like some inconsistency or maybe some unstable service happening. Probably it could do this, but I guess too much request could lead to this. Yeah, but I've not been able to do this. This is definitely one con, but this is going to be a game changer if you could actually do this. So who is Gemini Storybook? Who is it really for? Who can use it? Apart from parenting, it is not just for creating bedtime story alone. These are some use cases highlighted by Google themselves. So you could turn personalized memories into fiction. You know, you can upload, say, a picture of your first apartment, create a story about it. You could tackle tough challenges with it, maybe creating a storybook about navigating a career change, framed as an epic fantasy, understand complex concepts. Even as a teacher, you could use it in passing complex topics to your students. Most students get to connect better with visuals, so maybe you're teaching about solar system or history or complex mathematics problem, or even you as maybe a researcher, you want people to connect better with your deep research. You could turn it to a storybook. You can also relive your favorite travel memories using the photos from it to create storybook. Right now, I think the uploading photos and trying to create a storybook out of it does not really work seamlessly. I've not been able to get it to work, but yeah, you could give it a try, and since this is an experiment, it will only get better. You can get stories in 45 plus languages. So if you're learning how to speak Japanese, you're learning how to speak Spanish, create a storybook in that language. For a beginner level, use the words that you've already learned, pass it as prompt and tell it that using those words only, create storybook. And as an English speaker, primarily English speaker, you already have like a Spanish storybook and you're the author. So these are some of the good use cases. So it is not just for bedtime story, definitely. And one thing to also mention is the subscription part. You see, you don't have to subscribe separately when it comes to Storybook. It is just same as any Gemini subscription. Right now you can use it for free, you can explore it, and if you're even on a family Google plan, this can also be used here. So Google AI products is just a one-off subscription. You don't have to subscribe to the different tools individually. So that is definitely one good part. What are some of the pros and cons of the Gemini Storybook? As we've seen, it is super quick and effortless. I think 1 to 2 minutes compared to how much effort is actually required if human is supposed to do this. That is really amazing because it's writing the story for you as well. Then it combines text and visuals seamlessly. I think the quality of the text and visuals are really good right now. It is great for kids, for families, and even for casual experimenting as well. Honestly, I think it is really fun to experiment with. Some downside though, I've noticed that the whatever is generated is limited to 10 pages. Is there anything saying 10 pages in our prompt? No. And let's see if we're able to change that. So say make this 20 pages and let's see. So it says it's unable to make the story 20 pages. Right now the limit is on 10 pages. You can only generate. So if you have a story that should go a bit longer, maybe you might want to like break it, but there's going to be quite a lot of inconsistency there. Yet some stories can feel a bit generic. So if your goal is actually to control what your audience reads, you really should go through everything and write more prompts to change the story, or even write a better prompt from the beginning. Yeah, the editing tools are pretty limited compared to professional software. So if you want to do something much more professional, definitely you're not going to be using this as it is right now. But it is currently amazing, good as is. Should you use Gemini Storybook? If you're a parent, a teacher, or even a content creator, and you're looking for a quick and easy way to spin up stories, absolutely, I think it is worth trying. But if you're an author and you're looking for originality, professional polish, I think it is currently limiting. Google itself currently classifies this as an experiment, so hopefully more improvements are done here. My take is an amazing tool for sparking creativity, but it is not ready to replace human storytelling. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this review helpful, go ahead and like the video, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comment section what story you will be creating with the Gemini Storybook.